Hey, what's going on? So, yeah, here we are again working on Levi Maynard's Synergy. So last week, I finished the drums. At least that's what I'm saying right now. Basically, I'd be ready for mixing, except that there are some cleanup things that I need to do. So the first thing that I want to do, actually, though, is listen to the drums here, and I haven't actually torn down the mics yet, so I want to just listen to the drums, make sure everything's good there. Actually, one thing that I did not do is go through and edit the second half of the song, so this is just like what's up there now is just the last take that I played, which was probably the best of the, I think, 3 that I did. But anyway, there were a couple spots that were kind of could have been better, so have to do that at some point. But yeah, so I don't know if I'm actually going to get into mixing or editing tonight, though, because what I actually need to do is clean up. So there are a few odds and ends two major odds and ends things, I guess, and I don't know if there's anything aside from that, except for the deciding for sure on the drums. But my guitars on the end of the first half of the song are just like way off from the drums. The drums I played close-ish to the click, close enough that it'll work. And then it was giving me such a hard time recording them because the guitars actually get like severely off. So I don't know. I have no idea what happened there, but I didn't track good guitars, and so that made it really difficult to track drums during that section. So, I want to fix the guitars. That's why I've got the guitar in front of me. And then there's actually more synth that I didn't record when I was recording synth. So I want to try to get that done. And in addition to the guitars on this section, the bass track also did exactly the same thing that the guitars did. So bass and guitars are aligned, but not with anything else. So I got to fix both of those instruments, and so that's pretty much it. Just want to do some cleanup, and then maybe, I guess depending on how quickly I can knock that stuff out, maybe I'll do just like a really quick mix, just to kind of set the direction of where I want to go with it. But I'm not expecting to really get into mixing it tonight. That'll be next week, and potentially the week after. I don't want to drag it out longer than it has to be, because mixing is not my greatest skill, and so the longer that I allow myself to agonize over it, generally speaking, the worse that it gets. Sometimes it kind of nosedives, and then I can come out of it if I put even more time into it. But a lot of times, even if it's like not a very good mix, a lot of times it's better than the one that I, agonize over for too long. So we'll see. It's always exciting to get an opportunity to practice, though, and hopefully learn more than I knew the last time. So it's all good things. It's just just got to do it. So here's the drum track, and just gonna listen to that soloed, just to make sure I like it. There are definitely punches that are not amazing in terms of the cymbal wash and stuff lining up exactly, but the combination of my skill set with doing this on the live stream and all of that is just it's kind of imperfect, an imperfect scenario to do this in. And so I think I'm actually just going to embrace it. It's like, if the drums sound a little bit funny on a cymbal hit, that's okay. That's part of this interpretation of this song. And if you want something that's a little bit more clean, then go listen to the original, and you can do that. So anyway, so here it is. Yeah, that's pretty bad. maybe I can fix some of these things. After just saying I was leaning into bad punches, if there are some that I can make a little better, I do want to do that. Sounds a lot better than it did, anyway, to my ears. And there's some things in here that are there were some earlier especially that were very noticeable that were just issues of my computer struggling to do the live stream and record the low latency audio. So that's again another area where I'm just gonna say it is what it is, and that it adds to the uniqueness of the track. But there's also sometimes you can kind of fix things in here. So if something can be fixed, great. But I don't. Yeah, there were parts that it's just like trying to get half a measure here, half a measure there, or something like that. Going back and punching in again was something that I really want to avoid. So that's what I'm going through now, and trying to get this into something that is like solid. Yeah, stuff like that. Well, maybe that was a playback issue. Yeah, and I did do some editing here because I kind of screwed up the beginning of this and didn't realize it. So it's a bit hacked together. Not really my favorite, but... Oh, yeah, and this. I forgot about that. So this was an area that I tried to fix this section. Actually, I don't know if you can see that. Should be able to see it now. Yeah, this whole section in here that is just like, a fraction of a second. My computer just cut out for a second because it can't handle processing all the audio for the stream as well as going into my DAW. And so that's a fairly frequent issue for me. So I tried to fix this by making a slip edit, but it's just the section is so small that it doesn't really work. So I wonder, maybe we can, so you can still hear that click as it goes past that section. And I mean, to be honest, it probably won't be that noticeable when everything is, when everything is going. If it were under ideal circumstances or I wasn't trying to do this on stream, then I would definitely care about this. But also, it wouldn't have happened, and so yeah, I don't know. I tried a bunch of different positions of slip editing this gap, and none of them led to anything. I mean, I left it in like this because it's like, well, it's no worse than when the audio was just cut out, and so it's like it's no worse, and I've already invested the time into this, so I'm just going to leave it alone. But I wonder if maybe I just commit to moving a larger section, we can get something that sounds a little less clicky. So what do I need to do? I guess I can just delete that. Oh. And however many layers are in between. Yeah, so this is what the actual audio looks like. It's just cuts out to no signal at all. It's just a digital hiccup, basically. But if we take that and maybe maybe like midway through, and try to adjust a larger piece of the thing, then maybe we can get away with not having a click. It's still not great. Maybe it's better. It's kind of, I mean, you can see it's, well, maybe you can't see it here. So, yeah, you can see the audio is not like perfectly aligned, the waveform, and it may be not possible to get it there, but we can try something that looks a little bit more like it matches. Oh, hey, that might actually work. Still clicking. It's like no matter how much I move it, I end up with the same amount of click as it passes by. That was maybe better. No. Yeah, there may not be any fixing this bit. But I do feel like that's less noticeable than it was, so I'll try. Yeah, but it's looking actually, that's funny. Looking less together, but it sounded slightly better. But when I had the track lined up like here, so oh yeah, you probably can't see that either. I should make myself smaller. Anyway, I'm basically what I'm trying to do is make the waveform. I'm looking at the kick track because there's such a well, the frequency is lower, and so that is represented by wider gaps between the ups and downs on the graph. So yeah, you can actually tell what it's doing a little bit better. So I'm trying to line it up based off of how that track looks and make this section where the punch is look like the one that's right next to it, which I don't know if you can see, but anyway, it looks like that. So it's pretty close the way that I've got it lined up, and unfortunately, pretty close is not quite good enough. So you can still hear it like crunching as it goes past that, but I do think it's better than it was. And then, yeah, it's kind of a hiccup here too because I messed up the way that I came into that and didn't realize it. And I'm not sure, like I already messed around with this after I ended the stream last week, so I don't know if I want to mess around with it too much more because I don't remember how I got it sounding or all of the different things that I tried, but I don't want to make it worse than it currently is. So we'll see. We can play with it a little bit, but yeah, it's probably not going to be amazing no matter what I do unless I actually do punch it in. Yeah, because I had my kicks on the one track were way more in time than the other, and so yeah. It definitely sounds better there than where I just moved it. Yeah, it's almost cool. Like if it was done on purpose, it would sound kind of cool. Anyway, I'll see if moving it back looks like that's promising at all. No, definitely not. Nope. Yeah, so can't really move it forward. Can't really move it back. It just kind of needs to stay. Just missing a whole kick. Perfect. All right. Oh, we'll leave it alone because yeah, it's not gonna get any better than that unless I punch it in. Anyway, moving on. So yeah, as you can hear, my feet start to drag, but it's mostly in time. And I'm mostly not like doing a swing beat with the kicks as well, so that's for me that's kind of as much as I can hope for. But yeah, even a lot of good drummers have sloppier feet than their hands, and then people like me who just play for the fun of it definitely do not have the tightest feet. So. Okay, I can listen to this whole next section, but I haven't done any editing on it, so I'm reasonably certain that one way or another, since that part was so simple, and basically just repeats the same thing over and over again, that I can make what I've got there work. If not from the couple of tracks that are underneath this take, I should be able to just copy and paste off of the one track. Hey Levi, how's it going? But anyway, we can go ahead and listen to that, I guess. Unfortunately, a lot of flams with my kick and hands. That one actually wasn't that bad, but there are several. I'm doing all right. Yeah, actually a little bit hot. I probably shouldn't have left the hoodie on. It was nice outside, but now that I'm inside, it's too much. Start of that one was really rough, but again, should be able to fix any of that when it actually comes time to mix and edit. Which there's always that. There's a fantastic meme where it's Batman and Robin. I don't know if that meme format is still used anymore. But Robin starts saying to Batman, "We'll fix it in the mix," and then he doesn't even get the full word mix out, and then he gets slapped by Batman. Fix it now. It's great. But the reason that I'm not fixing it now is, because of what I said earlier. Just doing it on the stream, it's just a mess. If this was something that I was trying to do without the added computer processing of doing it on the stream and all that, then I would probably be something more of a stickler, but also I'm not that great of a drummer, so it's just kind of do the best I can. Anyway, okay, so I'm, other than the clicky part that never quite got resolved in the awkwardness of this, the two kicks that kind of happened there, I'm basically happy with the drums, so I don't think that I need to punch anything in, or I'm content to not punch anything in. So I can show you how completely terrible the ending of this section is with the guitars. It's very disappointing, actually. And these were guitars that I actually retracked because there were so many issues on that stream with so many audio glitches that it was basically unusable. It was like crackling and popping every other second pretty much. So anyway, but we'll skip ahead here to the end. Oh, for context. So like right at the end, they get really, really off, and somehow the bass follows that like exactly. So the bass is gonna have to be fixed too. But they're never amazingly on either. So I might, do basically from the start of the double kick section. Which, yeah, that's where I started this punch-in. And then there's a bunch of little. Like, these are all a bunch of separate tracks because I was trying to fix, like, even after I re-recorded it, there were a bunch of audio glitches that I was trying to do slip edits to fix, and kind of varying degrees of success there. But yeah, I think I should probably just punch in here. And I should probably tune the guitar. Most of the recording is actually done. I've been working on this song this is the 18th stream, so and I stream just once a week, so it's been a long ongoing thing, but recording, basically just trying to fix some things that are totally wrong before I go to mix it. And I've got these guitars that get like super out of time at the end, so just tuning up my guitar, and I have to actually think about the part again, because it's been, I recorded that part on like the third stream or something, second stream, I don't know. So I've got to kind of relearn it. I think it's up there. Oh, nice. Yeah, guitar is basically the best instrument. What's the... That is not what I intended to do. That part is not at all what I was remembering it to be. So, yeah. Cool. I haven't finished an album yet. Yeah, albums take a lot of time. Sometimes you just got to get something out. And I say that as someone who has not released any music in a long time. So, harsh words for myself. But yeah, you can kind of agonize things over way too long a period of time if you're like, oh, I've got to get this album out, and it has to have X number of songs or whatever, and then if you don't have them all written, and spend forever like, well, I've got 9 songs, but I don't want to release this because I have to have a 10th song or 12th song or whatever it is. But yeah, I know the struggle because from the artistic mindset, it's like, oh yeah, I don't want to just put out a single. I want to put out an album. That's so weird. I don't remember the part being that, but whatever. It's been so long, I basically have to relearn the whole thing. Oh, it's because that, what did I do? Oh no, did I make the drums terribly awkward? What? I think I came in on the wrong section. That's why it sounded so off to me. Maybe not. Yeah, I think that was one of those things, like, I can't remember how I played it, or how, Levi, if you're still in here, how you said you played it, but I kind of want the chunky E string, but I feel like I played something starting on the A string. I think that's why it seems so wrong to me. I just don't remember how I played it. Other than wrong at the end. So I guess it doesn't matter as long as the part is actually in time. Oh, that's the end. Whoops. How did that sound? Levi says it's add nine power chords on all positions. On the A, I use the A string open for the chord. Still add 9. Interesting. Like, so did you not play the 5? I don't think I'm understanding you. Excuse me. Like here? Yes, I played. Oh, yeah, I'm missing some. Claudio says, I love add 9 chords. Yes, they sound amazing. So this, Levi, who's talking in the chat, is the guy who wrote this song, so you can thank him for that. But yes, sound kind of ethereal. This song has a couple of very distinct moods that are pretty cool. Yes, I played 1st, 5th, and 9th intervals. And yes, okay. So I'm assuming you played the A down here, and that's what you're saying yes to. Okay, well, I can do it like that. I am sure that's not what I did here, because I definitely don't remember doing it that way. But, yeah. Cool, here we go again. Fantastic start. And played the wrong chord. Man, I don't know what happened, but mentally I was not in the right space. Got to back up a little further because I think I kept hearing the chord progression starting on the wrong chord. feel like the ending of that was not right. Oh, maybe it is. Remember, it ends on the C. Just picked one time? Okay, I'll try the other side. Oh, sweet. That's the wrong chord. That's what I get for actually looking at the screen. Something sounded real weird in the middle. Yeah, I think it was that. That was kind of nasty. I'll punch that in. I guess other than that, it was okay. So... Okay. Yeah, I guess go back and listen to that whole section. I don't want to go back too far because then I'll want to re-record everything. Okay. I think I like that. Still not totally sure about the punch. I'm gonna mute the drums for a second. Yeah, not amazing. Oh, maybe that's might be in the track. Some audio hiccups, maybe. I don't see anything that looks like it totally lost the signal though. Also, it could be playback because of running OBS right now. I'm not sure. Weird. Okay. All right, that sounds pretty good. Cool. And now we can hear how completely off the bass is going to be, since I somehow followed the guitars. I'm not even sure what's happening there. Yeah. Somehow it didn't sound as off as I was expecting it to be, but it's obviously not exactly right. I'm going to swing by for a minute. Probably not tonight, but I'll text you when I get done with this stream for sure, one way or another. Wonder if I should listen to some of these sections where I just said I didn't want to re-record the whole thing. Already heard that, so good enough. Yeah, I think everything is okay guitar-wise at this point. So, yep, gotta grab the bass, so give me just a second here. And let's see, what am I going to have to do here? Turn that off. And just plug this straight in. Actually, I think Maybe I should just re-record the bass that whole time just to make sure it's tight. Pick. Confused why I'm getting okay, right. And I should make sure this is in tune as well. Man, tuner's going nuts. Okay, I'll try it. Now that I'm hearing it again, I'm not sure if I like that walk down at the end. But, I'll play it. What am I doing? It's passable, I guess. Okay, which is good because actually I'm gonna need to cut the stream somewhat short, and I want to move on to doing something for the keyboard part that I missed at the end. So 1 second. Okay. Awesome. I guess I have to adjust the camera to get the keyboard on screen. But anyway, you can hear it. That's the sound, right? That's what we need. Yeah. So basically, there's this there's the synth part at the end that I recorded. But there's actually some synth that happens before that. But I need to listen to the original track to hear exactly what that is. I think it's the same melody line. Maybe you can correct me, Levi, if you're still in here. But anyway, but there's some more synth that I didn't play. And I may not do as many tracks as I did at the end because it's just a supplementary part. And I don't want it to like overpower everything, but I do want the part to be there if it was supposed to be there. Okay, never mind. Sounds like it's actually a simpler part than the end bit. Just kind of like a single note. Oh. So I want to find a sound that will work for that. Maybe. It's getting a little closer to the kind of gritty sound. That's it. I think that's one of the ones that I actually used for the end. So, yeah, let's run with that. So the melodies actually go in there. All right. that. Let's see. It's fine, I guess. Okay. I'm very confused. What is happening? So I'm not sure what's going on, but my fader is like locked to the right. Or not the fader, the panning. Okay, there we go. Now, do I remember that part? Something like that. Just let's do it. Okay, there it is. Cool. Also, I'm doing that in the higher octave, just for kicks, I guess. Let's see if I like it there. Kind of rushed that bit. I'll try it in the lower octave this time. That's where I played all the rest of the iterations of that part. Actually, I think what I'm going to do is add another track and record the high octave and either mix the two or decide when it comes time to mix. Okay, now I gotta go back and listen again to what is actually happening with the synth in the rest of that section. Something like that. I think that's what I'm going to play anyway, because it's a bit hard to hear, and I would like to finish this in the next couple of minutes. So instead of just adding on to the one track, I'm going to leave those two alone, and then I've got a new track that I'll play the rest of that on, but I'll start with that walk down. I'm going to figure it out as we go. Man, that one guitar part that's kind of doing the same ballpark stuff threw me off. I thought I was listening to a synth for a second. Yeah, I need to decide what I'm doing. Get away with. Yeah. Okay, it was way more decent enough, and I think I like what I played. I thought I was hearing more audio glitches there for a second. And maybe I was, but it was in a different track. Yeah, seems like there's something in there. I might have to fix that too. But yeah, I gotta bring this thing to an end. So I guess join me next week, and we will start mixing and maybe fixing some other things in here. I don't know. I don't want to spend too much time going over these like little details that are. I mean, they're important, but they're just not all that interesting, I think. So. Yeah, so that's going to be my plan. Next Monday, I'll start mixing this and hopefully not spend more than 2 weeks on that. And if I could get it done basically in one sitting, that would be really cool. But don't want to be overly ambitious either. So, yeah, it's finally coming to a close. Anyway, thank you for joining me, and I guess if you want to see the mixing phase, tune in next week. So, see you.